done waitressing, I've done cleaning. Because obviously I had kids at a young age, so I literally just had to work to just make sure my kids were right. So all my jobs were always in school hours, make sure that I could take them to school, work, get back from school and everything. So I've always just had bog standard jobs where I've just had to go and do what I do. So now I've got a job that I love. So to me, it's not a job no more, do you know what I mean? It's going and it's helping and it's doing what I need to do. And I get up every day happy as Larry. And I do put some hours in, I do a lot of hours, but it don't bother me. I'm quite happy to do them. So when you've got a job you love, you're all right, aren't you? The world's not that bad. Like I say, I'm born and bred in Edlington. Growing up, I thought it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I lived on Thompson Avenue, which is an estate that's been knocked down, and it's now got a doctor's surgery and everything there. So it seems to be everywhere I've lived, they seem to have got knocked down. It's like followed me. But when I was younger, it was a brilliant street, absolutely brilliant. You could play out, you could play Kirby, you could play kick the bottle, you know what I mean? Everybody used to meet outside and everything. So obviously me growing up, I've got fond memories growing up. Now it's a little bit rougher, but it's still where my heart is. Obviously, as time's gone on, people have got a lot more cheekier, a lot more risky, a lot more not scared of doing stuff. So there's still a lot of nice people. It's still a nice place to live. It just depends on where and who and what you're doing. Our streets, there were 3 streets, and literally everybody knew everybody. Your mum would be in the back garden, she'd be talking to so-and-so over at fence and stuff like that. And I sound really old, don't I? And I'm not that old. But yeah, everybody got on, everybody, there were pubs that were used for what they were meant to be used for. They didn't have to shut at certain times and stuff like that. You could go and you could have a good night, good karaoke, good laugh. I like a bit of karaoke. Also, obviously when you help, even if you just help one person, and then I just think the more people you help, the better you feel, and then the better the community. And the more things we do for people. So like our calendar at the minute, we used to have 2 or 3 things. I think we've got 26 different things now that we do in our community centre. The bottom end of Edlington is called the Royal Estate, and it's really, really bad. And a lot of people are scared to come out of the homes, targeted, the cars are smashed up, they've put CCTV up, it's been took back down. So a lot of people are scared to come out and do anything. More stuff for the kids to do, which we are trying to do, so we are working on that. So obviously if we can get the kids off the street, that's going to be better for everybody. We were talking about, we've got a swimming baths, but it's too expensive. It's too run down, it's too expensive, so maybe cheaper for the children to go in there and obviously make it so there's somewhere safe for them to go and somewhere else. There's loads that you could do, but it's just having the money and the people to do it. There's some of the children that are causing a lot of trouble in the village that a lot of people wouldn't even speak to them, wouldn't even think. Me and Tony do actually talk to these children, and they are very respectful towards us. But I don't know, it's because of how we come across to them. We're not, do you know what I mean, just calling them this, that and other and saying, get up, do you know what I mean? We give them time, we give them respect as well, and they respect us back. We went to the youth club one day, because we went to support just to get to know all the kids and everything and stuff like that. And we went and took them some pizzas. And one of the kids that were there, he wanted to give us some money towards the pizzas. And he's one of the really, really naughty children, do you know what I mean? And he wanted to, and we were like, no. He's like, no, take it. And we were like, no, we don't want it. And he was really, really offended that we wouldn't take his money, but he would never have bought anybody a pizza, but because we'd fetched it over, he wanted to give something towards it. And he'd never have done that before. So then the week after, when we said we were going to have it, he said, do you want me to come and help you carry them? So he carried them over for us. So we didn't get any money, but he carried it. And it's something that he'd never have done before. Because I've always worked in care homes up until the last 2 years, and that's where I've gone into community centres and stuff like that. So I've worked with children and everything. And what I've realised now, it's money. Money is everything. Funding, constantly funding. And you just constantly chasing your tail. You start a good thing, you get some funding, you start a good thing, then the money runs out and you have to stop it. Edlington has got a lot compared to other towns and villages and everything. It's got a lot of stuff. It amazes me how getting things out there for people to know, even though you'd think they would because they get a magazine through every single door, and more police presence, and so that would make the safety better to make people want to come out and do more stuff.